the rest of the pro board. He's doing it without the family, to raising our taxes. Again, well, you need it to be less. Now, I've traveled over the Commonwealth and told me with fear in her heart that she wanted to provide food for her sons, highly nutritious chicken. We ought to be able to take care of that. John Fetterman's, however, recent tax rate increase, and he's desperately in pain from the high inflation rate, able to earn a living on his own. So it's not a topic that we should be Pennsylvanians that they're talking about at their kitchen table. No. I've gone around the Commonwealth. I've stayed on Pennsylvania and out of commission in order to pay more, just because the wages will go to zero, which is if you really follow to conclusion. These wages are more reason for students to take vocational classes, to be able to learn trades, which I'm strongly supportive of. Also be able to pipe that gas, improve our economy, and reduce inflation. And it's humble enough that I can say broadly.
Thank you. I want to give you, Mr. Fetterman, a 15-second follow-up to what he just said.
We're going to get there if we don't unleash our energy. And John Fetterman's difficult conversations happening. Women, doctors, local political leaders, letting the democracy that's always allowed our nation to thrive, to put the best ideas forward. I've got, even on this station, Lisa, I don't even need 30 seconds. I'll give you a big support federal rules that the abortion decision should be left up to state. I mean that I'm going to be strict with Pennsylvania when he knows that's not honest. I can't be any clearer than I've been on the stage today. Federal government interfering with the state rule on abortion, 38 weeks of permission to have an abortion. I think I've answered this very, very clearly 3 times, Lisa.
Okay, all right.
That he would support 30, which was exactly what I want to do when I'm a senator. He embraced this with Bernie Sanders, who he endorsed. The 2 occasions, even Joe Biden called John Fetterman as described in those commercials. It's a television show, like this is a television show. So, and that's a perfectly appropriate and very transparent process. I think as a U.S. senator, but there's no way to defend what John Fetterman has done. There must be a relationship between a doctor and a honest. He explicitly supported socialized the ones that are struggling now in Eastern and Western Europe because of the Ukrainian war. That he would sign a moratorium to ban its continued use. He's against pipelines. He supported the vote against the Keystone Pipeline that ended up rigidly stuck on fighting against energy companies is stunning to me, because it's the jobs I want. Sorry, Lisa, but there's not just a statement you read. There are multiple. They may want one comment then. Of course, you're going to have all kinds of aberrations. But John, the money invested for mental health, which is an important part of the equation. I've been with black clergy leaders who are desperate. Half the murders in Philadelphia committed by Lisa. I've been into the parts of Philadelphia and Allentown and Reading where we have large Latino populations. I understand the challenges of the supports has created a humanitarian crisis. Where anywhere where giving a big event where I don't meet multiple people who say all hard drugs that is, out of touch with everybody. That radical 50% homicide increase. We have to message with our strong voice, and we're not able to become allies like we should be for countries like European nations, which are going to struggle with their coldest winter ever. It's a way to punch Putin back and to teach China a lesson. Is American energy, and they are scared. People unsure, and people who forgot, and people who got angry with where their party was headed. I want to bring it in. He said, if you like Joe Manchin, don't vote for me. Oh, I do. I would support Donald Trump if he decided to run for president. Stronger than it is right now. Social Security, Medicare, which I know a lot about, still element of security feel like they're valued by our nation. John, it's reprehensible, but it's from media. Once on the campaign trail, even just to show off in the budget, redirected appropriately, and one of the use it is Social Security and Medicare. And here's the reason: one of the worst things we can do to a people is give them bad care. And so if you have people who are not going better, we've added extra layers of middle level individuals who don't actually improve the quality education, in my opinion. There's a lot of basically what John Fetterman and Joe Biden are arguing for is for rules. I have an answer, but John, because obviously I wasn't clear enough for you to understand this. Our trade unions to get more closely linked with. I would never touch the makeup of the Supreme Court. And one of the first things he has said, and he came back to the campaign trail, I think, and your first day back, arguing that we should. I've loved traveling into the 4 corners of the beautiful Commonwealth, and I'm a surgeon, doctor. I listen to what you say, and I talk to couples when I make their first down payment on a new house, and they can't afford. I've talked to families worried about fentanyl showing up in their mailbox and literally taking the lives of their children, who they find blue in bed. I've talked to families who won't let their kids go outside because of the crime wave that's been facilitated by left radical policies. I'm a surgeon. I'm not a politician. I am. And if you are as well, then I'm the candidate for change. I believe we can have an unleashed energy policy that helps us all. I believe in you. And if you can do this together, and we can, I would ask for your vote. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Gentlemen, thank you.